Many people think that getting a Great Dane as a guard dog is a great idea. After all, they are big and imposing, and they look like they would be great at protecting their home and family. Today, we will tell you Great Dane dog breed, 7 reasons why it's your best protector. 7. Great Danes are the tallest dogs in the world. A male Great Dane can reach up to 32 inches at the shoulder and weigh a massive 175 pounds. Females are slightly smaller at up to 30 inches and 140 pounds. And both males and females can tower over many humans when they stand on their hind legs. Despite their size, Great Danes are elegant and even regal in their gait and disposition. In fact, the Guinness World Record for tallest dog ever is held by Zeus, a Dane who measured an incredible 44 inches tall at the shoulder. All of this to say many intruders or attackers will immediately be discouraged by the sight of a gigantic dog. Their appearance can be quite intimidating, especially for those who aren't used to being around Great Danes. Their massive, strong bodies are also attached to massive, strong jaws, which I certainly wouldn't want to tangle with. I mean, these dogs used to take on bears, for crying out loud. Number 6. Despite their daunting size, Danes are highly affectionate and social. These pups love love. They need lots of affection and socialization with people and other animals, making them great family pets. Thanks to their sweet, gentle, patient dispositions, Danes are even great with kids. Though, like all dogs, they should never be left alone with young children, and they'll need to be taught not to play as rough as they would with a puppy. Great Danes are part of the AKC's working group of dogs, which they describe as large and naturally protective. Check and check. The breed earns a 4 out of 5 for mental stimulation needs, generally requiring a work or activity to thrive. Watching and or guarding are both excellent tasks for Great Danes, especially when they are trained specifically for these duties and can practice regularly. More on this later. Basically, if left to their own devices with nothing to do, Great Danes are more likely to get into mischief. But if they feel that they are on the job, especially when left at home alone, Danes will generally exhibit better behavior. Socialization is crucial for Great Danes, both in regular obedience behavior training as well as guard dog training. Since Danes are protective by nature, they can sometimes develop aggression towards other dogs and people, which isn't the goal. Rather, you want your Great Dane to be able to tell the difference between a neutral stranger and a threat. I know, it's a big ask for a dog. So, starting as early as you can, socialize your Great Dane extensively with a wide variety of people, all races, genders, ages, etc. Number 5. Daily exercise is a must for this big breed. You won't need to run a daily marathon with your Great Dane, but they will need activity. 2 brisk walks of decent length should do it, though remember that puppies have more energy and should be exercised accordingly. As adults, Great Danes are happy jogging companions, but it's important to wait until they're at least 2 years old, as running before can damage their bones. With dogs this big and powerful, it's important that they obey commands and are properly socialized. Luckily, Danes are mostly friendly and eager to please, making training a pleasure, though beware the odd stubborn streak. Buying from a reputable breeder also ensures good socialization in the crucial early months of the dog's life. If you are simply training your Great Dane to be a watchdog and to alert you if they see or hear anything suspicious, there's not a great deal of risk involved. You can train him specifically to bark on command by placing him in a situation where you know he will bark, in sight of a squirrel, for example, giving him a verbal command to bark and rewarding him with a treatsy when he does so. Most Great Danes do have a protective instinct and will naturally bark when they feel that something is amiss. Number 4. Calm temperament and loud bark. You might be thinking, Why would I want a calm guard dog? Well, because a calm dog like a Great Dane is less likely to be reactive and aggressive to every possible threat. For instance, a falling leaf, a squirrel 100 yards away, the mailman he sees every day, etc., and instead be more selective with his alerts. This can prevent a boy who cried wolf scenario, or should I say dog who cried intruder, where your guard dog is constantly alerting you for no real reason, and you therefore don't heed his barking when an actual threat is present. A calm temperament will also help prevent your Great Dane guard dog from getting carried away with his duties. He'll likely be more willing to accept your friends and regular visitors without causing a scene, only whipping out his scary bark in actual emergencies. Great Danes also have an exceptionally deep and loud bark. This can serve the double purpose of alerting you to a threat, as well as scaring the heck out of an intruder. Imagine if someone breaks into your home and a giant black Great Dane melts out of the darkness, barking as if to say, "Not today, Satan." I'm obviously no burglar, but if I saw and heard that, I would turn right around. Their loud bark is particularly useful if you have a large property, since a Great Dane's warning can be heard over a significant distance, giving you time to react. Number 3. Loving with family but often reserved with strangers. Great Danes scored a 5 out of 5 for lovey-dovey with family, but only 3 out of 5 for openness with strangers, which is actually a good trait for a guard dog. They aren't so reserved as to make socializing impossible, that is, having friends your dog doesn't know over to your house, but they have a healthy bit of skepticism for people they don't know. As you can see in this video, the Great Dane sniffs out the intruder at first but doesn't immediately sound the alarm. However, when the homeowner sees the intruder and screams, the Dane leaps into action, ushering the intruder briskly out the door with his teeth. This is also perhaps why Great Danes aren't the best possible option for a guard dog, though, since if no one had been home to see the guy and scream, the dog might have just minded his own business and let the man steal whatever he'd come for. However, in this instance, he saved the day. Number 2, a Great Dane served in the Navy. Dogs are famous for their doggy paddle swimming style, which may have come in handy for one Great Dane. As the pet of the man who ran the United States Institute in Simonstown, South Africa, this dog became friendly with sailors from the Royal Navy. His habit of walking up the gangplank and blocking the way on board ships earned him the name Just Nuisance. But this wasn't how he got enlisted. This was because Nuisance loved riding trains, which were free for sailors. When the conductor complained, the commander-in-chief simply signed Nuisance up to the Navy in August 1939, later promoting him to able seaman so he could also benefit from free ration. When Nuisance was put to sleep, age 7, he was buried with full military honors. The tallest dog on record was a Great Dane called Zeus, who measured 44 inches and ate 30 pounds of food a fortnight. Number 1, they make great guard dogs. The Great Dane's sweet nature means that they are great pets to have around the house and are very docile around children. Although you still have to be careful, as often they don't know their own strength and are notoriously clumsy. Even though they are kind souls, Great Danes do make good guard dogs as they are very protective of their family and home. So you can put that giant frame to good use when scaring off burglars. The AKC gives Great Danes a 5 out of 5 score for vigilance, calling them alert home guardians. Their vigilance means they are more likely than many other breeds to notice and react to real or perceived threats by alerting their human family members. Do let us know in the comments if you like this breed. Please subscribe to The Amazing Dogs. Thanks for watching.